Okay, and I have returned, and as I said, I am going to carry on with a little game called Burly Men at Sea. Now, this is one I've had for a little while. I've bought it a while ago on sale. Doesn't seem like there's really much to it. It's been described to me as basically an interactive storybook, so there's probably not going to be a lot of action, but it's going to be a nice decompressing thing, I suppose. It's like, you know, it's good, like, chill out kind of game. So, without further ado, let us see what these burly men are up to and why are they at sea. A Quiet Adventure by Brain and Brain. Not Pinky and the Brain, thankfully, because this would be completely different. Okay. Now... Let's see. I think this is just basically like a point and click kind of thing, so maybe if I just... Aha. Fishies! You get back here, you bastard! Or not. Maybe a message from one Robinson Crusoe. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Calls one of the fishermen. Some kind of rubbish in the nets. Useless sea chart, grumbles the hasty one. Nothing on it but our own island. A map cast to sea without purpose. Must be more to it, argues the steady one. The brave one brightens. A mystery! Aye! Folks in the village may know something of it. We should head back. I will say this, so far it's a very pretty game. Very understated. Well, they really are burly men, and they were at sea. This is cute, I like it. Oh there, we burly men would like to speak to you. Except this may be our own house, we don't know. Kind of reminds me of Hidden Folks. You know, the little, like, kind of like seek and find game that I streamed a while ago. Apparently we can deflate bread. Hello, madam. We're going to poke at your bread now, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Well, if it isn't the brother's beard. What can I do for you fellas? Steady Beard prepares to speak, but the question is intercepted by Hasty Beard. Know anything about maps? We found one. Aye, and no ordinary one, exclaims Brave Beard. It's mysterious. The loaf-shaped woman continues working silently for a moment, then pauses to look up. Mystery, is it? I'm afraid I'm not the imaginative type, boys. We're old friends, Ordinary and I, she concludes, returning to her work. The woman shakes her head. I'm a baker, boys, not a storyteller. Well, clearly you're of no use to us, old lady. Although we will poke the bread some more. And then we'll run away. Goal! this reminds me a lot of Hidden Folks, because it seems like all the sound effects are done by basically a cappella work. You as well look like a burly fellow. The man glances up at their approach, then returns to his work with a grunt. Mind if we interrupt for a moment? Shouts Steadybeard. See, we caught something strange this morning, and we thought you might know something of it. It's mysterious, adds Bravebeard. There's a brief pause as the man stops hammering. He grunts. They wait. It appears he has nothing further to add. The men stand waiting, but there's no further response from the blacksmith. Well, how remarkably rude of you. Let us go elsewhere. Let us find some more neighbors to annoy. Poke the fish some. You there, chicken! Do you know? Ah, chick! The chickens are goddamn adorable. Wait, so can I just get them? We shall overflow this area with chickens. Yeah, so in case you were unaware of the biology of it, this is how baby chickens are made, you see. A trio of bearded burly men go into a chicken coop and they, like, you know, startle the chickens until they lay an egg, and then they poke an egg until the chicken hatches. And thus the circle of life continues. Bravebeard sidles over to the chewing cow. You wouldn't know anything about mysterious maps, would you, old girl? He pretends not to wait for an answer. Clearly, we're not going to get anything out of that cow. How about you, you musically inclined person? A sea trout, eh? The young man shrugs. Can't say I know much about him, with these landlocked legs of mine. Old fella next door in the coffee shop might have answers. The musician nods but continues playing, happily shirking the morning's chores. Like the lazy bastard that he is. Excuse me, I'm just going to stay here and play with this book. Old man! Well, your beard is as impressive as ours. You'll be wanting a drink and a seat by the fire, I expect. The men cast a dubious glance at the tiny stools before complying with a shrug. Behind them proceeds a friendly whir of mechanical sounds. The old man soon approaches with a steaming tray. Single origin espresso roasted myself, he declares. They stare blankly. He sighs. Coffee. Relaxing, the men sip cautiously. Eyes widen. Now what have you found? He chuckles at their stunned faces.
Observation, that's all. Folks come in with questions and yours is plainly rolled in your hand.
Steadybeard grins.
Aye, and you're all the man we want to see.
He unrolls the parchment between them. All lean in. The old man deliberates for a moment before speaking.
Seems what you have here is the variety of map that brings about adventurous deeds and heroic feats.
Aye! Bravebeard leaps from his seat to pound Steadybeard on the back.
But there's nothing on it,
remarks Hastybeard flatly, eyeing the old man. The old man grins at his skeptical look.
Aye, it's a worthwhile adventure that begins with the unknown. This map has tales yet to tell.
He turns to walk away.
Ho there! What sort of tales?
Calls Bravebeard.
Oh, that depends, replies the old man. On what sort you choose.
He crosses the room, disappearing through a doorway behind the counter. Steadybeard coughs awkwardly.
Pete, I guess we'll be going then. Thanks for the suppresso?
He tries. There's no answer. Well, that was informative. Let's carry on. Clearly nobody in town knows what the hell's going on with this thing. Except for vague words. Back to the ship, lads. Let's go get ourselves lost at sea. Then we're gonna need to be sending a message in a bottle. We'll be stuck out at sea so long, we're gonna be forced to eat our beards! And we'll be hacking up the world's worst hairballs.
Sea rats,
remarks Hastybeard, squinting.
What do you reckon they're after?
Steadybeard frowns. I don't like it. Has the feel of mischief about it.
Mischief away!
Grins Bravebeard, loosing the sails. That's it, game over. What a short journey. No. It's dark inside the whale, but the men appear to be intact. A flickering ring of firelight cuts into the darkness before them. They find a little wooden man. Oh, actually no, they find whoever these people are.
Join us, friends. From whence do you come?
Asks one of the nymphs.
We were sailing for adventure and heroic feats when this colossal whale fella scooped us up,
explains Steadybeard.
It's really very discouraging. A man can't properly have an adventure at sea indoors, adds Bravebeard.
Not that I count this as being indoors, but you know.
Be calm, friend. Imagine the wave. Become the wave,
advises a second nymph. The others exchange mellow glances, nodding approval.
Can't say I follow the sentiment in that remark, comments Hastybeard. But if you advise us how to hop off this vessel, we'll be on our way.
The great barnacled one brings us to a place we could not go ourselves.
But those unwilling may depart through the fountain of the faithless,
adds the nymph, gesturing sadly towards what appears to be a hatch.
And our ship? She can't fit through that.
Fear not. Once the great barnacled one reaches the place of promise, he will open wide the gate, that all may go out as they came in. So either we escape with no ship, or wait for the creature to open his maw? The nymphs nod grandly. Time flows quickly in contemplation of the Great One's splendor. He who chooses the path of waiting is welcome here by the fire. Bravebeard's face shows alarm. I think we'd, prefer to look around first. The nymphs begin to sway. But all is darkness beyond the circle of the Great One's love. You must first seek the enlightenment of...
Found it, interrupts Hasty Beard, grabbing a torch from the fire before them.
The men fidget for a moment as Steadybeard clears his throat.
If you don't mind our intrusion, we'll wait here with you fellas.
Sit, friends. For those who follow the Great One, there is no mind.
Aye, that's plain,
grins Bravebeard. The three men sit. Oh. Okay, I probably should have looked around a bit first, but... Oh. The Great One encircles us in all of... in circle of all things. The Great One's kindness is as... genetically modified potatoes. The men begin to nod off now, catching only pieces of the nonsensical exchange as they fall into a deep sleep. Oh dear. Biodiversity. Final stop. Please exit through the front with your belongings.
Those long-haired imps let us sleep through our stop,
complains Hasty Beard as they sail out into the sunlight. Bravebeard merely shudders.
May as well see where it is we have stopped anyway.
All the shore's going ashore. Hello there, bird. Care to tell us where we are? Cool. What's happening?
Great lumping land rats!
Exclaims Bravebeard, edging away.
Stop!
The voice is deep and aged as the earth itself. Men and rocks stand staring at one another. Moments pass before the creature speaks again.
You are small.
Something about the naivete of this statement seems to ease the man.
You are rather large yourself,
tries Bravebeard hesitantly.
Thank you,
rumbles the small mountain simply.
Would you like a flower? I am quite good at flowers.
Oh, we don't want to be a bother, begins Hasty Beard. In fact, but the creature is already turning.
Or maybe I will fetch 3.
Rumbling happily to itself, the geological oddity thunders away. The men breathe sighs of relief. You can't have got far. Although this is probably just going to lead us straight down to the I'm going to go to the boat now, aren't I?
I have done it! I have fetched a flower!
The men turn reluctantly from the enticing safety of their boat to face the returning earthquake. Gently, the massive stone fist places before them what appears to be an upended tree.
Why, thank you,
gushes Hasty Beard, elbowing the snickering Brave Beard.
What a nice flower!
The big creature beams. The creature's shoulders slump, dejected.
It has wilted. You know, I think I saw another on the far end of the island,
suggests Steadybeard.
Why don't you go? I will fetch it.
Brightening, the mountainous being turns once more to thunder away.
Or maybe 3,
Hasty Beard calls after him, grinning.
Quick, or we've a chance,
he adds in a whisper, leading the way to the boat. Maybe I should have explored the rest of the island, but oh well, maybe there was nothing else there. Doesn't look like it. I mean, he seemed like such a nice giant rock fella. He only wanted to make friends. I can't fault him for that.
I don't like the looks nor sound of that,
worries Steadybeard over the distant rumble.
Rather be fetching flowers without walking rock pile on dry ground.
On cue, a shower of rain tumbles over them.
Suffering squid livers,
howls Hasty Beard.
We'll be sunk!
They bail furiously, but the downpour is relentless. Through the eerie gray, they seem to hear the faint keening of a wordless song. Oh, mermaids. So are they new? They the newer style friendly mermaids, or are they the traditional going to eat her skin mermaids? Although it appears they were guiding us somewhere, maybe. A flash of lightning suddenly illuminates their surroundings.
Women folk,
yells Bravebeard.
There are women folk in the water.
His shout is followed closely by a splash as Hasty Beard jumps in. Of course he does.
Oh, the kelp-headed half-wits.
A second splash halts Steadybeard's analysis of the situation. Sighing deeply, he dives in after them. Ah yes, the siren song. Finding the dark water empty, the men quickly regret their course of action. I know I can't swim, but I don't think that's how you do it.
Narwhal! Ah yes, the unicorn of the sea.
I know it's not the same thing, but this is kind of reminding me of that really creepy game They Breathe I played a while back, you know, with the jellyfish that were actually moose. Or moosafish or something, I don't know. It was weird. I don't think this is going to turn quite as horrifying as that, thankfully.
Well met, bearded travelers.
The voice is deep, musical. Oh, hi. Who are you?
Hello? Stammers Bravebeard, awed. The absurdity of underwater speech only adds to the wonder apparent on his face. You've seen much this day, she continues, smiling. The men nod unnecessarily. Yet you have not seen all. She peers at each of them. Other paths lie untrodden behind you. If it is in your hearts to seek these paths, another day awaits. Hastybeard clears his throat nervously. Pardon my interruption, ma'am, but we no longer have any vessel with which to seek them. Lost at sea she was. A silvery laugh ripples the water around them. You have traveled far without her, have you not? But do not be troubled. That which is lost may yet be found. May we meet again at the end of another path. Inclining her glimmering head in farewell, the creature slips silently away into the darkness. In the quiet that follows, the men find themselves still sinking. Cool. So is this us dying now? Have we entered a Jacob's Ladder scenario? Or maybe we're just going to walk out of the ocean, Terminator style. That's cool too. Ah, puffins. Adorable, goofy bastards that they are. Why do I get the feeling this is our giant rock friend? Or maybe he's here somewhere. Oh, hi, Moose. Arrgh. Oh, shack. Who lives in said shack? Wait, what? Old man? Thought you'd find a way to that door eventually. The old man greets them. The familiar has a way of making herself new when you look at her sideways. Never seen that part of the island before, I'd bet. The men shake their heads. Still have the map? He questions. Steadybeard nods, silently passing it to him. Cool. I see you managed to find those adventurous deeds. And did you meet her? Aye. Bravebeard is the first of the brothers to speak. Magnificent she was. Like the Siorm of old tales. But she told us we've more to see. Aye, it'll be there when you're ready for another go. The old man gestures to the books. Those shelves are full of tales like yours, and all with paths left untrod. There's a twinkle in his eye. I even contributed a few in my time. You see, he continues, what's left unwritten in one story can fill others, if you've the inclination to sail again. Have another look at that shelf. Burly Men at Sea, Steadybeard reads aloud. Not a bad title, that. What's all this numerical business on the spine? And how did... He gives them a sly look. That's another mystery, if you've the curiosity for it. And one last thing, continues the old man. I don't mind telling you now that I was the one who sent your bottle to sea. I've another to be tossed out for the next curious soul. Will you do the honor?
Okay. I don't know, I like it. I like it. There's not much to it. Although I guess there are other options I could have made that I did not. I guess it all depends on where I went and what decisions I made. Additional localization, Roboto. Apparently this has been turned into a legitimate storybook now, so that'd be kind of neat to get my hands on. A Quiet Adventure by Brain and Brain. So I guess there's probably several ways I can go here. She's come back to us, exclaims Hastybeard, and more lovely than we left her. Courtesy of Barnacle Transport Service Incorporated, reads Steadybeard from a notice on the side. Why, that great blubbery bellyache did us a good deed. Let's go out for another voyage, shall we? See what I find this time. If anything. I guess all paths begin with the whale. Be welcome, wayward pilgrims, speaks one of the nymphs, for who can resist the majesty of the great barnacled one? So it is that we awaited your return. Hard to resist when you're sucked down like a clam in stew, growls Bravebeard. The Great One journeys this way daily, so that through him all may one day find the place of promise. Predictably, the nymphs trade nods of approval. Will you wait with us here by the fire, or is it the way of the faithless you seek? Try the way of the faithless this time. A few barrels left empty by the morning's interrupted work now float free beside the boat. The men consider them in the torchlight. If I were the puzzle-solving sort, observes Hastybeard, I'd call that a solution. Aye, they'll float, nods Steadybeard, but not so well as a ship. Bravebeard scoffs. What are we, landsmen? Arms and legs float well enough. away we go. Through the belly of the beast. Hasty Beard is fiery with excitement. Summon that fountain and let's be off! Brave Beard grumbles eloquently from his barrel. Steady Beard looks worried. Cool. Oh, that's cool. Swim, you bearded beauty, swim! Tiring, the barrel-clothed men settle back to drift with the current. I may as well see where this takes us, observes Steady Beard bleakly. Time passes. Brave Beard begins to snore raucously from behind. Time passes. Guess our Brave Beard is the one with the orange beard. Guess Steady Beard's the yellow bearded guy, maybe? Maybe he's the brown bearded guy. Oh, what's this? Ship ahead! The shout wakens Brave Beard, who eagerly overturns his barrel, resurfacing a moment later to cough out, "It begins!" What the devilry? Exclaims Hasty Beard. The grim cloaked figure clears his throat as he approaches. Greetings. Please climb aboard for your complimentary trip to the afterlife. Well, replies Steady Beard. Thank you, but we'd prefer the long way. There's a long silence. The figure is masked, but the men feel distinctly that he is sulking. At last, he heaves a desolate sigh. You do not willingly forfeit your souls, he pleads. It is quite painless, and I would at last be promoted from this apprentice-issue rowboat. Another silence follows. Then, he continues despairingly, there must be a race. At this, Hasty Beard's face cheers significantly. Maybe you would be so kind as to lose? No, of course not. He sighs again, deeply. We race through the cliffs of despair, he explains mournfully. If the three of you pass me at any point, I lose. If I take the lead, however unlikely, I don't lose. Meaning you win? I had not thought of it that way, but I suppose that would be the case, yes. Without waiting to confer, Hasty Beard sets off, paddling furiously. Ah yes, he's the yellow bearded one. Very good. I love this. This is so good. I suppose I could theoretically make it so that we lose, but I don't know, we'll see. That feels like cheating. Really very sorry for scuttling your promotion and all that, offers Steadybeard.
It's not so bad, tries Bravebeard. You have a boat, and a nice scary mask.
I do have a nice mask, sniffs the muffled voice.
Right, well, goodbye,
calls Hastybeard, paddling away. The others join him. Poor little death person. What sort of shenanigan will I run into this time? Going to paddle through the night, lads, till our arms fall off. After a time, the men begin to notice something strange about the setting sun. Its course seems to be drifting gradually left. Never seen the sun move like that, Bravebeard muses aloud. What's it up to? Steadybeard looks worried. I have a feeling it's more serious than a wayward sun. Did you note the wind? Can't seem to make up its mind.
Aye, far worse, realizes Hastybeard. It's a current we're caught in.
And a mischievous one by my reckoning, adds Steadybeard, his voice growing more tense. We're drifting in a circle, and faster by the minute. Bravebeard shout and names their fear.
Maelstrom!
Oh, that was a neat transition. From high above, the water's accelerating swirl is unmistakable. The men paddle furiously, but the widening vortex is inescapable. They are carried deeper, thrown against the rising wall of water. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I guess I'm supposed to make it so that they make it all the way to the bottom, perhaps. The maelstrom widens, whirling faster as it swallows the barrels and drags the men from them into the deepening darkness. And this is where we meet our friend, the sea god, again. Yep. It's like a Groundhog Day loop with nary a bit of ground to speak of. After this, I might try one more cycle. I want to see what happens if I go and see the death-like fellow and lose. If that's even at all possible. We meet again, bearded travelers. How do you do, you big honkin' sea goddess? You have sought new paths this day, she smiles. The men nod unnecessarily. Yet still others lie untrodden behind you. Her gaze is deep, searching. It is well, for you bear the look of those who would seek them. May we meet again at the end of another path. Inclining her glimmering head in farewell, the creature slips silently away into darkness. Yeah, I'll try one more path. See if I can get like a different result out of that one. Well, it seems like no matter what you do, the initial step is always getting swallowed by a whale. So maybe what it is each one has an either or choice. It's like, you know, so you get swallowed by the whale, so it's either you wait or you escape. If you escape, you end up by this weird death fella. And there, perhaps either you win the race or lose the race. I don't know what it would be with the giant, though. Maybe you stay on the island and follow the big guy. We've returned, old man! Somehow we're not dead, or perhaps we've been dead this entire time and we just haven't realized it. Old man?
Had another go, did ye?
The old man greets them, smiling.
Well, let's see it.
I'm not 100% sure how the map works, but okay.
Aye, he sighs. Beautiful that is.
I don't understand what the numbers on the thing are. Is that supposed to be like a score or something? Or coordinates, maybe? Okay, so the first one goes whale, giant, rainstorm, sea goddess. The second one is whale, death, maelstrom, sea goddess. As they turn to the shelf, he nods.
I'd wager there's room for more up there.
Alright, like I said, I'm going to try one more. If I don't see there being any other option aside from spout or whale's mouth, I'm going to go at the spout again, and I'm going to see if I can lose the race against the psychopomp. Because this is very interesting, and on my own I might go and see if I can find all the different pathways, but I don't think I'm going to devote more than one stream to this. It doesn't seem like the kind of game that I could warrant there like that. I do like that they seem to shorten the sequences, though. Actually, you know what? Rather than that, can I? Rather than that, can I go through here without? I can go through there without the barrels. So what happens if I do that? That should give me a completely different path, I presume.
That'll be our exit, observes Hasty Beard eagerly. Give her a tug. But we aren't properly flotated, contends the nervous Steadybeard. We can't go about tossing ourselves overboard without certain assurances. Rubbish, grants Bravebeard. Give me water, and I'll teach it to carry me.
Well, let's see what happens. Watch now, this is an immediate end. We just sink.
Give me water, he says, growls Hasty Beard. Well, we've water all right, and to spare. Any other requests?
Bravebeard aims a fish at his head. Fish fight! Good stuff. Shaking his head, Steadybeard begins resolutely to swim. I guess there's no sense in going backwards. Forward or nothing, lads. Forward or nothing. We swim till our legs give out. I like how some of the music sounds like somebody gargling. Makes sense. Sounds like a murloc. Yeah, I really dig the soundtrack. It's real nice. Silly, but real nice. But the whole game is silly and real nice now, isn't it? Do 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 do. If anything, I feel like we've gone further now than we did with barrels. Of course, then again, we let the current take us to a degree, so... Of course, my question is there any end to this, or do we just keep swimming until doomsday? Oh wait, nope, there's land. What do you think the odds are that's a giant turtle? Land ho! Steadybeard's sudden shout brings the company to a halt. An island? Odd that they hadn't noticed it before. Unconcerned by this mystery, the men splash frantically toward it and clamber up, panting. Recovering first, Hastybeard stands surveying the bald hill around them. Not much to it, he observes, but it's dry land in any case. Aye, but what sort of land? Steadybeard bends to poke the ground, which gives slightly beneath his finger. There's no rock, no dirt. He pokes it again. Water begins suddenly to boil. The island itself is shuddering in an ominous rumble. Greybeard leaps forward with a grin, dragging a terrified Steadybeard. This has the markings of a heroic adventure, or I'm a sea cucumber. Oh, it's a giant jellyfish. Okay. Oh no! So what am I doing? Am I just getting them to avoid it, or? I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh no! We've been assaulted by a giant jelly. Who knows? Although this is probably the end of another one, I would say. The creature drags the struggling men deeper beneath the waves, finally tossing them aside in disgust. Vengeance satisfied, it swims away. The men float, dazed, unsure for the moment which direction is up. Nice day, comments a passing seal. They stare as it swims on. A voice breaks into their panic. Are you in need of assistance? It's the seal. The brothers flail, now beginning to gulp water. Right then, barks the seal, and is gone as quickly as it had come. The men begin to sink despondently. As their eyes darken, the men seem to hear singing, coming nearer and nearer. Okay. So we found seal wizards is what I'm getting out of this. They have turned us into seals. The first seal speaks. The transformation will hold until you reach the surface, but you must keep together or risk breaking the spell early. And now, large gentlemen, we must part. Farewell! With perfectly coordinated dives, the seals disappear back into the depths. What happens when we try to go lower? Although we probably can't go any lower. They look so comical as seals. Heedless of the warning, the burly seals spread out as they swim, until the spell around them weakens and they become human once more. The men make a last futile effort to surface, but finally sink, exhausted. I may have screwed that up, I don't know. Maybe that was going to happen anyway? Who knows? Anyway, like I said, that'll be the last variation of this I do. Although this does strike me as the thing I might come back to again sometime. Maybe not stream it, obviously, but I might come back to it just to see if I can find myself another path. Like, for example, see what would happen if I lose the boat race to death, or see what would happen if I keep together as seals and we actually make it to the surface. If that is a thing that can even happen, I don't know. We meet again, bearded travelers. You have sought new paths this day, she smiles. The men nod unnecessarily. Yet still others lie untrodden behind you. Her gaze is deep, searching. It is well, for you bear the look of those who would seek them. May we meet again at the end of another path. Inclining her glimmering head in farewell, the creature slips silently away into darkness. And thus we once again continue the never-ending watery purgatory that is our lives now, apparently. Or at least for the most part, things play out differently. For the most part. It's an interesting bow-legged gait they have. They've been riding horses all their lives, not on fishing vessel. Well, okay then. Let's see what the new book says, shall we? Yeah, is there a way I could have kept them together, I wonder? Maybe if I just went straight up as opposed to the right and up, I don't know. Hard to say. Again, that's something I'm going to have to test when I play this again sometime. Old man! We have quite the tale to tell you. We were captured by a giant jellyfish, we were turned into seals, and then we weren't seals. It's quite the sorry state of affairs, that.
Had another go, did ye?
The old man greets them, smiling.
Well, let's see it.
Aye, he sighs.
Beautiful, that is.
As they turn to the shelf, he nods.
I'd wager there's room for more up there.
Although let's go back in, see if we can take a look at his bookshelf. Ah, yes, we... Ah. Hastybeard removes a small card from the book, squinting at it.
Enter code at burlymenatsea.com/mystery, he reads.
Sounds like a load of bilge to me.
Thought you might be back, nods the old man. Have another look if you like.
Okay, so I have to enter those numbers at their website, apparently. Okay, you know, just for the sake of it, I'm actually going to look that up. At least one of them. No, that's not how you spell mystery. Come on now. Come on now. Welcome, storyteller. Come for the mystery, have ye? Aye then, let's have that code. Let's try the first one, 3100. Okay, this is just them telling you info about the stuff that they're doing. Like, this one is a book, a hardbound copy of the... Basically, it's a hardbound copy of whatever tale it was that we did. That's what the mystery is, so I guess whatever code I enter, that code is specific to that one trail of instances that I did, and then that is what the storybook is. I mean, that's neat. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually... Well, I suppose the digital one is only like $4. That's not too bad. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll get that. Who knows? Perhaps. In any case, that is going to be enough of these burly men and their sea at the moment. And, yeah, I might end up coming back to this at a later date myself, just to see if there are different things I can do, see what the rest of the paths are. In any case, if you happen to stop by to watch, I thank you very much for doing so, and hopefully you'll join me next time, when I will do something. I don't know what it's going to be. It all depends on what day I get to stream. Until then, however, as always, I wish you a farewell, and I hope you have a lovely day.